some time now.
It's in UK now?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Been
okay.
in the UK
I thought it was sold to the States.
She's been a well-travelled girl. She's been to the States to go and be exhibited at concourse contests, and she has a yearly visit to Goodwood Revival.
It's always an eye-catcher, isn't it?
Oh yeah, everywhere she goes.
I've never seen that in real.
Yeah.
Only in pictures. Oh, it's a lovely truck. Are you still running?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Yeah, it
great.
runs perfectly.
Great.
3-cylinder, 2-stroke, supercharged diesel.
I love it. I love it. Have a look inside here. Don't know if you've seen that. That is the real stuff. When you get the chance to see this, I guess never. Is that the famous racing car, the XK?
It's a D-Type.
The it's a D-Type.
It's the last short-nosed D-Type that was made for NQA cars.
Oh, okay. I thought it's a short one. The other one, the street version.
Yes, so
that still has the fin in the.
So the D-Type came with either a hump and a fin.
Yeah.
This one was with the hump version rather than the fin.
Ah, okay.
The fin was manufactured for Le Mans to go fast in a straight line.
Ah, okay. I love these cars. And that the street version. How many of these were? Because then the factory caught fire.
So the factory caught fire. But that was mainly with the XKSSs.
Yeah.
So the XKSSs, less of them were made, so they're quite a special car. I think the special XKSS today is the Steve McQueen car, which a lot of people have heard of.
Yeah.
This D-Type.
And fully restored. There's a Series 3. You can tell from the rear wings and the front wings, they're wider. And they look pretty good in that dark blue, and this is a kind of dark silver opalescent. And there's a 2+2. It's a Series 1 2+2. That's a nice car, you know, I'm loving these, the 2+2. And just wonder if there's a price on them. There's a price for this one. This is a Series 2+2, has about 24,000 kilometers, and the price is 119,000 euro, and it's from the 1970s. And let's see the other one, if we can see the sign, the Series 3. There it is. And this one looks fully restored, and of course this is with the V12 engine, and that one is asking 129,000. That is one of the later models, and is of 73. But interesting to see that might actually be in the back. That might actually be a Series 3 car, because the rear is modified. It has the Series 1 rear lights, and that is a 4.2. It's just missing the rear bumpers. And here the front, they removed all the bumpers around, and this is more the racing style. I see they have enlarged the rear end. It's a bit wider. It looks more sporty. And this is customized one, and so they're asking for this one 179,000. It's a 67 model, and I think that is an original Series 1 2+2, just customized and modified. I don't know if this one is for sale, but it has, I don't know if that is an original number plate there, GB666WT. That's probably only for show. I think it's here for the accessories to get the bags, and it's nicely made. Has a personal touch. There's the bucket seats, but the lower ones, the seat cushions. But it looks like an original Series 1 car, really. A bit modified in the interior, but nice. Look at that. Look at the dash panel. Just come around here. Something you need to see here. So look at that. That is a customized, that is a modern car really, isn't it?
It is all modernized.
All modernized. Is it still historic, or is that is that a modern car now? Or is it registered?
We took an original, it's a French original E Type.
Yeah.
And the interior was
it needed some work.
Yeah, it was really tired, so we decided, because the customer asked, we did something really special. So we got, the seats are made just for this car.
Yeah.
The center console is made just for this car.
It's amazing, never seen that.
And it's got, have you seen the reverse?
Not yet,
Have
no.
you seen the reverse count?
No. Show us more, can you go in? So it's okay. It's a reverse camera to see the. That's modern, yeah.
And we got electric windows.
Yes. So it's electric windows and
electric steering.
Power steering.
Yeah. You got the
electric radial.
Thank you.
The electric serial, and look at that. Yes. So that was a customer order, or?
It was a bit of both. It's our car, so we decided to show what we can do.
Okay.
I'm the trimmer. I've done.
You are the trimmer?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you based? In France?
Yes, South Paris. But I've learned in England.
Yeah, where?
Coach trimmers. Coach trimmers. Lorry specialist. In B-Trucks.
So you see these?
You look at
the aluminium stripes? Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
It's not the original.
No. You did a lot of work.
Yes.
What is the trickiest part?
The center console.
The center console.
Yeah.
It has to match, yeah.
Yeah, to match to fit the screen.
Everything in there, because it's very tight in there.
And also fitting these without any screws.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't see any screws.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And that was tricky.
Yeah, but it's really nice.
So yeah, you can see there's all little details there. All inside. On an original E Type, you don't have all that.
No, it's a bit scarce. It's a bit scarce. They had to save the money. But it smells.
You got the piping here.
Yes.
It's all vinyl, so we did it in leather.
Yes, yeah.
With the stitching. It's different for some people, and I can tell you it's a lot more comfortable.
Is it? Oh yeah, it feels like a modern car, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And to drive it, is it like the E Type, or did you modify some?
It's an E Type, but a lot better.
Yeah. The shape is beautiful. You can't beat the shape.
It is a serious ramp for the whole interior. So if one day you come to us with an E Type, you can say, okay, it's £5,000 for.
Trimmed?
For the pair of seats. No,
the complete interior as it is.
It is as it is with the Apple CarPlay with those seats. But you got to know, it's all handmade.
It's tailor-made.
Thank you, tailor-made.
Because it is every single piece has to be fitted.
Yes, it's all. You can see there's no piping on the center console.
Yeah.
No, it's only.
It's like the Ferrari seats.
It's
almost.
Yeah. And so it's all fitted with no piping on the center console. And it looks natural, but if you look at an original E Type, then you're going to understand how much effort we did on that.
Yes, we know. So it's €35,000 to get the complete interior installed, including the material.
And you choose the material you want. So you can choose. If you look at the ceiling of the car, it's very different from original.
Oh yes, leather as well.
You got a lot of choice for that.
Yeah.
For the leather, you have a lot of choice. The Alcantara, and we haven't received the fabric, unfortunately, but we thought about making the center cushions on the seats in Jean-Paul Gaultier fabric.
Yeah.
It was the plan. We haven't received it, unfortunately. We had to.
Oh yeah, looks still good.
And it runs
perfectly as an E-Type should. Yes. Just as E-Type should. So that's
this car. Before we started working on it, it was a daily.
Yeah.
It was a daily. So
yeah, and I've just seen it's a late 46 or early 65 car.
Yeah.
So it's an early original car.
And so it was used.
A lot of original components as well.
Oh yeah.
So you kept the original, just modified the interior.
We had this car on the garage, and it's been for sale for a long time.
Yeah.
And it had a black interior on it. It was a bit tired, but and we couldn't sell it. And as it belongs to the garage, we decided.
And there's another OTS. It's again from Sicily Cars. They're based in France. And this one is asking 199,000, and it's a pretty early car. That could, I think that's still a flat floor because it says January 62. So the number is 889. So that is a flat floor. That's one of the early cars. And 199,000, obviously fully restored, freshly painted, new interior. So that's not too bad. I'm not looking at all the details, but we just go around and see if someone is interested. And let's go around here. Oh yeah, there are a few things to improve here. And a few other things. I don't want to point everything out here. So it is still a welded louvers car, and it has the original bonnet. And that is what you can tell. If Richard would be here now, I could explain him, he would spot that. And you see this bit here, I told that to explain that, which is the other white one at the Sotheby origin. This one is only about a third of the whole width. So that is the original louvers in here, not as the white one had at Sotheby's. So that is a nice car. I wonder if we can open. So that is fully restored. So some modifications, but it all looks really nice and good. I think it's a driver rather than a show car. You see the early bonnet. It is spot welded to the center part, and it looks pretty well. You still see here, this is where the outer bonnet lock was mounted. So that is still the early body. You have the correct early steering wheel. It is an original one. The horn push is a reproduction, sadly. It looks like it has the synchro gearbox because it has the 4.2 gear knob. As usual, you see the aftermarket. You see the aftermarket alloy dash, and very often, they're too scratched really to reuse them. It still has the recess here, so that is in January. They still have that. I'm not sure when this changed. This is the later style, and the earlier, as you know, is shorter, only up to here, and there should have been a rubber on top. But that you can do. I love the paint. The paint looks really good. It's a nice color match here, and it's 199,000. It's a reasonable price if it's all done. And this one has the grooves here. You don't see that, and you can even feel the spot welds in here. It's so lovely. So that's probably a very solid original body shell. And it still has the original wheels. How good is that? You see the deep recess here, and it has the original wheel spinners here. You can recognize that with a long arrow down here. That is the original one. And here you see, compared to the white one at Sotheby's, this is lot further in. It's not as clean or new, but that is the original. Yeah, sadly the plate is an aftermarket one that very often these gone lost, and then yeah, and then you have to find an aftermarket one and stamp the digits in there. But that is well, what shall you do? Once it's lost, you have to get a new one in here. This is how they work. This actually is the original bracket for the fuel filter, and I know most of the cars that there's a kind of wave in there to reinforce it, but that is the original. It was for a short time. It was that type. Spark plug clips as usual is the 4.2, and this car is. So it's 889th Roadster, left-hand Roadster produced. So it's still the flat floor, and has see, this is the flat floor. It doesn't have the dished floors, and it has a straight rear bulkhead. So and has a straight seats. You see, the steep seats, and so that is pretty much original, really, apart from a few other things. And I can't prove if that is a matching numbers car, but well, with the gear knob, I wonder if that is still the original gearbox in here. However, it's a nice car, fairly priced. There's another E-Type over there, a nice red one. That looks lovely. Let me see if we can get a closer look. That seems to be registered. I don't know, is that Belgium number plate? It's a 3.8, obviously fully restored. Yeah, probably a later 3.8. It's a bit modified, has the chrome rings, the chrome bezels around the instruments everywhere. So that is partly customized. There's a reproduction steering wheel, an aftermarket horn push button. And here you see that what I was pointing out yesterday at the mirror stand. There over here. Here's a little spacer, and that one should have a hole in there with a thread to get the spacer mounted there. So here you see, just to compare that with the other one, and so so that is at least a late '62 car. Has the original, just to compare. This one has the arrow here, which 2-lock. There's the arrow. There you go, and that says 2-lock. That's the original one, just for you to know. So this is French company, BR Motor Classic .fr. They have some nice cars, sport cars obviously. Looks like the original rear bumpers. And here you see, just to tell you, this is the later car. What we said, the other car we have seen before, the dark blue one, that has a straight rear bulkhead. This is a later one. This has the recess here, so you can move the seat further back. That gives you more leg room, and you also see the seat back inclination is lower than on the early cars. This has about a 20 degrees angle, and the original early seats, they only had 10 degrees. Modification is this one here. That should be there on the 3.8, and so but it's useful. So this actually is a used car owned by a private person and is now for sale, and you see it has signs of use but not too much, and the price is 140,000, and I think it's negotiable. What I find is also very reasonable. It's a 3.8 and it's still a good looking car, and you know it has been driven. A row of nice E-Types. I like the blue, very lovely car. I've ordered to sell. Let's start with the price. Does it say the price? There's no price on here, so it's a 64 car. It doesn't say the price. We're not allowed to touch, but we might get in here. There's a gate is open. We can go in here. Excuse me. What? So we are here at l'atelier. My French isn't really good, so I don't know how you pronounce that. Well, that seems to be, there are more E-Types in here, and some of them are here. But we're going to have a closer look now. It's interesting interior, a bit modified, and I see that little latch there under the inside, underneath the glove box, and I wonder what that is for. It's an E-Type sign, and I wonder what that is for. Is that a holder or a pocket? And a pocket, smart idea. I like the color combination. It's a really dark blue, maybe indigo blue, with a really nice interior. That color is lovely. Certainly not original, but it looks wonderful. It looks wonderful. So I think it has been fully restored, but the colors is great. So it's a 64, and here's something I see again. I've never seen this again. The rubber outside, this is really odd. I've never seen that before. I've seen that on the white car at the auction, and here I see it again, and I wonder why that is, because this is how it's supposed to be. This is just a chrome ring around, and there's no rubber around, but who knows? Has a nice white wheels. A lot of modern stuff, reproduction, don't need to tell you. Horn push again, it's an aftermarket. Here you see in comparison is an original horn push button. That is how the original looks like. It's a nice paint. That's golden sand or bronze, not sure in this light, with beige interior, some nice color combination. I wonder if they have a price here. This is actually a flat floor. You can tell from the floors. It's a flat floor. It has a steeper seats with a steeper angle. You see here, and it has. So that's interesting. Here you see that this is a straight rear bulkhead, where on the other side it has been made a recess for taller people to move the seat further back. That's a good example to see that here. So it's made for larger people to drive. It will have the wrong steering wheel. And let me see. So that's number 737. That's interesting. We have 741. So that's just 4 numbers before ours. Shame it doesn't say the price here. Can't find the price. But it's an October 61 car. It says here, year of production, March 61. Oh, that's in general. So that is a car number, 737. And we have 741. And that one still has, let me see, it still has the original louvers in here. And that is what is original. You see that again, that this bit is a lot shorter than on the reproduction. When you compare that with this one, the flat bit here, you see the flat bit here again is a lot wider. So very nice to see original bonnet. The fitment of the chrome ring is really good, very close. On the other side as well, when you come around here, it has wider wheels, some modifications. I will ask the prices. I will ask the prices for you, and then we get an idea. This is a 4.2, I guess. So this is made, this is actually a 1.5. It's a 4.2 model 1.5. I wonder if that is European, if that is a European production delivery, and then it would have still this 3 carbs. Let me see if you can see that. It still has the 3 carbs. And so that's interesting because in the States, so you see this is the car number E18258, and that one still has the 3 carbs because in the States this one would have had only 2 carbs. You see the rocker switches here, and it's a mixture of Series 3. You see the ashtray. The ashtray is of a 3.8. And the dash is of a 1.2. Yeah, 1.5. You also see here the differences in the door openers. You see that it's a lever inside the door panel, and the other cars that have that, you know, you pull that down. This one is integrated. And here's a coupe. This is a 63 car, looks really nice, perfect fitting of the chrome here, doesn't stand out here. I'm always curious to see how other people do that. It's a nice fitting. Again, here you see the chrome ring and no rubber seal around. That's how it meant to be. So this seems to be a car in use because they have covered the number plate, and also on the other cars. And I see scratches on the windscreen, what you wouldn't see on restored cars. I will ask for some prices here.
Right. 185.
Wait. We are sorry, we're recording. So this coupe is a 63 coupe, and you said it's 195.
195.
So 195 for the coupe. Is that fully restored, or has that been used?
It has been totally restored, but not recently.
Okay.
It has been totally restored.
Okay.
And perfectly maintained after driven, and so.
Has been driven after the restoration.
Yeah, of course.
So has been used.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Regularly and maintained.
So it's a car that's been used and driving.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you get a fully restored car, and when you do the first miles, then you have to fit everything again.
No, it's okay. This one is ready to drive.
So this is a driver, a fixed-head coupe, a nice car. It looks pretty good for 195,000. And I love the coupe.
Yeah.
And this is 1.5.
1.5 from 68.
From 68,
185.
It has the 3 carbs.
Yeah.
So it's a European delivery.
Not absolutely. Just been transformed. It's converted with the.
Okay, you have modified that because I also see the 3.8 ashtray. That's a 3.8 ashtray. So that is, you said, 185.
185.
185. This is a nice one.
Absolutely. This one is absolutely restored. It's a flat floor.
Yes.
It's 285.
285.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is fresh from restoration.
Yeah.
Basically 0 miles.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, some take-off miles.
But right after, when we restore a car, we drive cars before the delivery. We make them from 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers.
You drive them, yeah.
Before we deliver.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that's ready, or that will have to be driven again? some miles to get it all.
No, it's ready to drive.
Okay.
All the cars we sell are ready to drive.
So this one is 285.
Yeah.
And that I love the blue.
Yeah.
The combination is spectacular.
Wonderful. This one is a car which has been restored many years ago.
Yes.
And mechanically, it's absolutely perfect. It's been perfectly maintained, driven, and everything is cool. But the paint was not fresh enough. So we decided to work on the paint, the chromes, and the upholstery.
Yeah.
All that is brand new, freshly restored, but mechanically, we've been testing everything. It was decided it was necessary to even restore or not even overhaul, just a big maintenance.
Yeah.
Because it's been regularly driven. So
yeah. So it just is a fresh appearance, but still is a kind of survivor.
We can say that.
Yeah. Okay.
We can say that.
And this one was 63 or 64.
This one is 64.
So it's a late
3.8.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be in leather console, but now people prefer the aluminium.
Prefer the aluminium. So
and this one, just to tell you, I don't want to tell you any mistakes. 219. 219.
219. So that's really nice. I'm wondering what is that latch there?
It's just
on
USB.
I think
for the phone, for the
it's
GPS.
hidden behind that nice sign.
Exactly.
Smart idea. Smart idea. I thought it might have been a pocket for a mobile phone or something, but it's just you know together
just to plug it
to recharge your phone.
Exactly.
Yes. I love the color and the blue interior.
The combo is wonderful.
Yeah. Where are you located?
In the north of France.
So further up towards Belgium or?
Between Paris and the Belgium.
Okay, so you're fully restoring these cars, or you take them in and modifying them, or everything?
Absolutely, from what people want.
Oh, okay.
Our core business is restoration. I mean, complete restoration.
Really?
But we do everything.
Can you open a bonnet, maybe of the 61 car?
Yeah.
So these I've pointed out already. These are the original louvers.
Absolutely.
That is nice to see.
That's what he's seeing. There is a flat floor.
So here you see the inside. This is spot welded again, as it should be. I think it has the later throttle linkage. It should have the three knockers on there. So there are a few things which are not totally correct, but that can be assisted. So that should be a pipe down here, then routed coming out here. Machst du mal die Nummer da an der Zylinderkopf? So this is all ready to be used. It is missing these tag plates here. But it's a drive. It's a car to drive. The plate. Has the original wiper motor there. So, thank you very much. So it's a nice selection of E-types, and I've noticed the difference for the taller people. I've noticed the extra recess for the driver. Yeah. I see that very often because taller people they need to have that extra space.
You need to do that.
Yeah. Okay, wish you good luck then.
Thank you
very much. See you again. Okay, so here we're seeing this is a 4.2 for auction, and I'm just checking out what we have here and how much that will be. I think the estimate is about 70 and 90,000 euro, and it looks like a driver maybe not in perfect condition, but certainly usable car. And what I see here, and what some people like, other people don't like, is the protection here. This is, I don't know, it looks really horrible, but this is something what you would have underneath the car, underneath the floor. But they have kind of ruined the bonnet with this, as this has never been original. Someone has over-restored it or done something they didn't know about, and so that is something what really would disturb me. Of course, you can get it shot blasted and get it painted again, but then you have that. The header tank, the heater box here, looks like an early one because you have the small rim here. So it is a bit, it has been restored to a degree. I would have liked to see something better, really. So, but this is a project car, how I see it, and that is how it's priced. Let me see how the bonnet charts, the bodywork, how that all is. There is something in between. So this one, if you come here and look, so you're wondering, this one doesn't close. It is hitting the bracket here, so that should slide in automatically. So that is, we're not locking the door. There's still a lot of adjustments to be done, but as I said, have a look here. There's no reserve, and the estimate is between 70 and 90,000. It is an early 4.2, very early, so probably October 64, and that is why it has the intermediate pedal box. That was a modified 3/8 pedal box with some modern brake booster, and the later cars they even had a more modified third version of the pedal box. Just checking if that is a matching numbers car. The number here says 140908. That could well be because it is about the hundredths coupe, and by that time they might have done already 300 roadsters, and so I think this is the matching numbers car. The plate we have seen on the other side, which looks horrible, could also be, you know, just modified to match the engine and the body frame. We can see here the picture frame number. So that looks original. So that could be a really good base for a complete restoration to make it a real nice car, or you drive it as is until it's falling apart. I think there will be a lot of corrosion. It has an overspray everywhere, and to really use the car on longer trips and tours, and that is what we like to do, I would get it all over and done with and make it a really nice car. You have some spare room because the parts are all there, and you just would have to get everything stripped and replaced and done. And I just talked to some people from Jaguar and other manufacturers. They said to do restoration, it became so expensive, parts became so expensive, the body work, the labor became so expensive, so restoration at least costs you about £200,000, and it depends how nice you want to have it. You can live with the chrome here. You see there's pitting, and if you want to save 100,000, you just do the technical stuff. So you rebuild the engine, you rebuild the gearbox, and do the RS, and you leave these things on as. I wouldn't mind on a driver, because sooner or later you will get these fittings. It is original screens in here, as you can see on the logo. This is original triplex made by Pilkington, and all the rest I would just, you know, the interior can be reused. That looks pretty nice. It might have some surprises under the paint. But again, this could be a bargain. We will see what the auction says. And so the steering wheel and the horn push, that is original. The gear knob is not the original one. And new interior, the sun visors, the chrome bits here, all look really nice, all wrong screws and everything, but as I'm saying, you see the number plate, that looks really disgusting, and but that can be fixed, and so many cars don't have the original VIN plate, so that can be adjusted. All the other bits I would just dismantle and rebuild them and just put them back on. It has the original door locks, we had that. All the rest on the inside is all pretty nice. It is, I would consider, if I would be, you know, someone who's technically a bit skilled and doesn't mind, you know, some minor blemishes or not everything 100% perfect. I like the bumpers, these are the original ones, some scratches, and you see some pitting, same here on the chrome. I wouldn't mind these when you drive the car. Of course, here you see again there's all the detailed work that requires so many hours. But again, when you are a passionate technician or a passionate restorer and you love an E-Type, this is a car I would buy. Trunk floor, yeah, it doesn't has the lines here, it doesn't has. So this might have been an issue by someone, and we know this car hasn't been restored or painted by someone who knows about E-Type. This car has been done by someone, probably by a local workshop. He did his best he could, and most of the parts are there. That's the early alternator, it's not the dynamo anymore. And you see this one here, the later cars, they had a cover shield over here to not touch to protect your hands or anything coming into the wheel. Later cars had the shield here, and what shall I say, it's could be a fantastic car or project to disassemble and start from scratch again. I can tell you, a body rebuild of a real rotten project is about 70–80,000 euro. Painting is another 20,000, plus all the other bits. I'm telling you, to get it done in a professional workshop, it takes you 200,000, and then you still don't have the donor car. And here you have everything together. And someone who is not interested in investment just in the car, I find this pretty interesting, because just the components, I think, are worth 50,000. So let's see what the auction says. We will try to tent here and get some pictures, and stay tuned.